as we've been pointing out, when we just offset the surface, these glass still remain the same size, which means that these guys are intercrossing each other, right? That shouldn't happen. So what we want to do is to bring this edge back onto this thing right there. So do you remember with the selection rule, you can go ahead and do the shift control and select right on the edge, and the gumball will wind up right on the edge. You can select the appropriate arrow and move it -3 inches, and that goes right back to that plane. So if we do the same thing with the top, it should go -3, and there it is. So now the glass is a butt joint glass. So we did this, we changed the glass size with the gumball tool. Now let's try another tool, okay? If we go to the edit, trim, okay, if we go to trim, or again, you could type in trim or the trim, so the trim command is, or the icon for the trim command is this thing right there. It is the left mouse button. So however way you want to put it, just get yourself to trim. Once you do that, extend lines, no, apparent, yeah, that seems fine. What you're going to do is to select the cutting object. So the cutting object, I'm going to say, is this piece of glass right there, and enter when done. What do I want? Select object to trim. What do I want to trim? I want to select this top portion of the object. If I press on down here, it's going to trim this side. So if I select that part, notice that it cut it right on that surface. Okay, so let me undo that and redo it so that I'll make a mistake. Okay, so you guys shouldn't make a mistake. Trim, and I'll select this piece right there. Okay, and then it's asking me which select object to trim. If I select this side, it's going to select the wrong side. So whichever side that you want to cut off, that's the side that you should trim. Just like so. Okay, and so if you want to cut that side, go ahead and do the trim command. Select the cutting edge, which is that piece of glass. Select which part you want to cut, which will be this side. And there I have the same thing that I have over here. So you could do it with the gumball tool, or you could do it with a trim tool. A different way to do the same process, same trim process, is a command called split. And split is right next to the trim icon. Or again, you could go to the edit and it'll be under split. Oh, and there's a shortcut key, Control-Shift-S. Or you can also just type in split. Okay. Select the object to split. I will select this thing right there, enter, and then select the cutting object. And this right here will be the cutting object, and if I select that and say yes, this piece got separated. Okay, so now I can move it out or delete it or whatever I want. While this command just took everything away, this command will retain the piece that you split. So trim and split, it's kind of like the same tool, it just has a different result to it. Okay, so this one right here, I'm going to split that as well. So split, and I'm going to splitting object to split will be this front guy, and then cutting object will be this glass, enter, and it's split. So now I can select that object and delete it. Alright, so there I have 3 different methods of split. Or split, trim, and gumball, move it with the gumball.